the meeting to order. I want to be able to respect our guests' time because there is a hard stop that we need to be aware of our guests. So MT, it's 6:03, and I would like to call the meeting to order. And this is Government Services meeting for June 15th. And Supervisor Wish has asked to be excused. To start us off tonight is our Youth and Governance representative, Elizabeth Williams, who will be reading the statement.
Hello, we are members of the Racine County Youth and Governance Program, and we will be participating in tonight's meeting. This program serves to empower youth in Racine County by encouraging us to participate in local government. We have agreed to abide by the applicable standards of conduct that would govern any elected county board member. While we are encouraged to participate and are allowed to have a non-binding advisory vote on matters before the committee, all formal action taken by this committee will be based solely on the binding votes made by county board supervisors.
I appreciate that, Elizabeth, for doing so. MT, is this meeting being recorded? Awesome, thank you. Okay, so the first thing now after that is just our public comments. I'm just going to ask MT, do we have any public comments? All right, and nobody waiting to speak? Okay, I am going to close the public comment piece, and next this is the chairwoman's reports and comments. I do have something to speak on tonight. We have had behind the scenes for government services, we have had some help and some unexpected sad news come to us that Brian Erickson, who worked for the county, has passed away suddenly and unexpected. I'm going to ask this committee to please take a moment of silence as we honor Brian. Thank you, committee. It is oftentimes that we don't see how things are put together in the organization that it takes to get us up and running and make us look good to the community in which we serve. Brian was part of that, and he is going to be sorely missed by Racine County, his friends and family. He was often the right-hand person to help MT with this committee. We would often see him signed up on our participant or on our panelist list, and he was the one we would call out and ask for help. So this is very sad news and a very sad loss for Racine County. So thank you for allowing us to honor Brian. Okay, I would like to move on to the next item on the agenda, and it is approval of the minutes from the previous meeting. Can we have a motion for that, please?
Move to approve.
Motion to approve. Second.
All right, thank you. I believe, was that Supervisor Smetana maybe with the motion, and then the second by Supervisor Maldonado? Perfect. Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye or raise your hand. All right. Is there any opposed? Very good. Youth and Governance, how do you wish to vote?
Aye.
Aye. Very good. Thank you. All right. So now we move on to our presentation by the Lakeshore Library System. Steve O's is with us. We will have our service plan for the library before us, and it is up to us to have a recommendation for the full county board. So Steve, I'm passing the mic to you.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair, and thank you to members of the committee for your time tonight. The document that's before you this evening is what is referred to as a county plan of library service. This type of plan is important for every county to adopt and maintain. It's one of kind of the few statutory requirements that is associated with participating in a library system as a county. The requirements for maintaining these plans are pretty broad. The division, DPI, the Division for Public Libraries, considers it appropriately adopting and maintaining a plan to even just review every few years, and also they consider plans being maintained if the county appropriates funding for reimbursing libraries for the services that they provide to people who live in municipalities without their own libraries. That's kind of another statutory requirement. There's a funding requirement for each county to provide reimbursement to libraries that serve people who live in communities that don't have a library. It's kind of part of the broader model of library service in the state, whereby any citizen can have access to a public library service, regardless of whether or not they live in a community that maintains their own library. In the case of Racine County, the original plan that this update follows very closely was originally put in place in 2015. Prior to that, there was a long period of time where the county had a funding formula document, but we over at Lake Shores would periodically get tapped by the division to say, hey, wondering when you might be able to work with the county to come up with an updated plan. So in 2015, we were able to move that forward through government services. And I guess it's not a requirement, it's more just a practice. We have worked with our respective member counties every 3 years to refresh those plans, just to make sure that everything is to the division's satisfaction as far as keeping that document up to date. And that's really what it is this year. This is just an update to the previous plan. The funding formula has not changed. Really, it's been freshened up for dates, and the list of services that the libraries provide to members of the public has been freshened up just a little bit to include some of the additional services that they adapted to offer during kind of the period of heavy COVID activity over the last year. I guess may I answer any questions, or are there any thoughts or questions that I can address today?
Does anyone have any questions from this committee? You did a fine job presenting to the county board, so I know that we got a lot of this information earlier, but if there is anyone who has any additional questions. All right, I am not seeing any hands, so I see Supervisor Dembski. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair Caprillion. Steve, just wanted to say again, thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for the work that your team does. I'm talking to you from within the walls of a library, so I know that our library and every library in the county really depends on the work that you all are doing. You're the foundation for a lot of what you do. So thank you for these were interesting documents to me for different reasons probably than some of my colleagues, but just appreciate getting some insight into the process, and wanted to say thanks again for the work you do.
Well said, Supervisor Dembski, and also thank you to you as you sit in the walls and where you are working and just bringing to life not only this plan and just to show the importance of how libraries are to our community. So thank you for your line of work. Okay, well, with that, this committee does need to vote on this because this recommendation will go back before the county board. So I am gonna ask this committee to please throw a motion out there, if you will, for this Racine County Plan of Library Services.
Motion to approve.
All right, we have a motion to approve. I believe that was Supervisor Smetana. And do we have a second?
Second.
All right, who was that? I apologize.
Supervisor Meyer,
Supervisor
second.
Meyer. Okay, yep, thank you, Supervisor Meyer. All right, I'm going to ask, is there any discussion? Thank you. I'm going to ask the Youth and Governance to go ahead and vote first. How do you wish to vote on this item?
Aye.
Very good, thank you. And now for the committee, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Is there any opposed? All right, no one opposition. All right, thank you, Steve. You have a few minutes before you have to jump on to your other committee, but thank you for being available for us this evening and going over those key points.
Thank you very much for your time and consideration this evening. Take good care, all.
Thank you. Bye now. All right, so then what we have next on the agenda, we had from the county exec making an appointment to the Racine Public Library Board, and it is Melvin Hargrove. This is something that also needs to be approved by this committee. Do we have a motion?
Move to approve.
All right, we have Supervisor Dembski and Supervisor Cruz, first and second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Is there any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, Youth and Governance, did you vote by chance? How do you wish to vote? That was an aye. How about you, Elizabeth?
Aye.
All right, thank you kindly for that. Okay, so we're moving on to item 6, and it is a referral from, or excuse me, the resolution. So this did get referred from the county board. These are the resolutions that come in again from the neighboring counties. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them here. Did we need any for separate consideration? Or after I read them, we'll just need a motion to receive and file. Any separate consideration? Okay, so we have resolution number 2021-22 of Barron County requesting elimination of Badger Care eligibility cliff. Resolution number 210504 from Buffalo County for opposition to change in wildlife damage abatement and claims program. Resolution number 2621 from Polk County authorizing lobbying of the Wisconsin State Legislature to create a state substance abuse database. Resolution 2721 from Polk County authorizing the lobbying of the Wisconsin State Legislature to create a community-based inpatient and outpatient substance abuse treatment facility. And the last resolution is number 2821 from Polk County authorizing the lobbying of Wisconsin State Legislature to increase funding to the Attorney General for drug crime prosecution. Do we have a motion?
Motion to receive and file.
Thank you, Supervisor Smetana. Do we have a second? I think we have
Second.
Supervisor Maldonado. All right, great. Any discussion? I'm going to ask the Youth and Governance, how do you wish to vote?
Aye.
Aye, very good. Thank you. And those on the committee, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Is there any opposed? None opposed. Thank you so much. That does complete our agenda for this evening. I just wanted to make one other statement about the loss from Racine County and from Brian. MT, I know this meeting has been very difficult for you not to have Brian here. And I just want to let you know that we care, and I can see the hurt and the pain, and this was difficult. We appreciate you being here, and maybe we don't appreciate enough all the hard work that it takes to put these meetings together. And MT, you're always on top of it, making sure our agenda and getting the proper items before us and getting this set up so we can stay virtual. Thank you, MT. Thank you ever so kindly, and lots of care to you during this time, because I know you worked right alongside Brian. We may just see his name pop up on our screen, but you sat there in the office and you knew him personally. So my heart goes out to you. With that, it is 6:17 and I will go ahead and close this meeting. And I just want to thank you all for attending and your contribution. And I hope you have a good evening. Bye, everyone.
Chairwoman,
Yes.
don't
Yes.
you need a motion to
Oh,
adjourn?
shoot. Look at, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh,
Move to adjourn.
oh, we could just say,
Dembski.
thank you, Supervisor.
Second.
Okay, second for Maldonado. All right, I will
All right.
now. It's 6:18, but thank you so much. See, look at you. You're making us look good, MT. All right, have a good
Bye,
evening.
guys.
All right, goodbye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.